Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, or whenever time you're using to listen to our humble podcast. This is Infinity Zen Gaming. I'm Dom. I usually play the elf cleric Norin / cosmic horror thing that's been come back and bitten me in the ass, but but today I will be your humble DM. So let's get started with the introductions.
Ooh, that was quick. My name is Charlie, and I play Bardus, the Goliath Barbarian Cuddlemaster.
I'm Eric. I play Greg, the time-shifty wizard, who's still picking his spell that he wants to take.
I'm Jackie. I play Silva, a gnome ranger, with her beast companion, White Tiger Snowflake.
I play Kizaflexel, multiple personalities wrapped into one crazy body.
I play Theus, the inquisitive half-elf rogue.
You didn't give your name, Steve.
Nope, didn't need to. You just gave it for me.
Well, I am the DM. I do have that power.
Oh.
You shall
Your
not
name.
be known as Beelzebub.
No, I was going to say, he's now known as Charlie, and Charlie is now known as Steve, so just to mess with everybody.
That's not confusing.
So then, who are you spooning tonight, Steve or Charlie?
Oof.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh, great undead.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so when last we left off, nothing really major happened. I think, we got into like a bar fight. That was a bar fight, right?
That's all we do. Just pretty much nothing but bar fights and
we got a
time altering.
It was a little unruly. I think one of us got a citation. We had to take it home. We just finished off the night as, just drinking at home and just, having a cool time.
Noise violation? What the hell is a noise violation?
Yeah, well, there was violation of, body and soul. So, yeah. I'm not bitter.
But was there any noises by it?
So we continue our adventure in the chamber after the fight. Everybody's, kind of happy. I'm assuming everybody's glad to be alive after all that thing, after all that stuff.
Yeah.
To say the least.
You guys, kind of see Anoran over there, kind of staying stock still. You notice that he at one point kind of raised his sword to maybe kind of harm himself, but then now he's stopped and he's just kind of like standing there and not really moving. His sword is off, and he just seems like not right, at least not, he just is stock still, like not even breathing.
Anoran! Hey, Anoran! Theus walks into the hallway with the beer and goes, "Oh, Anoran, there you are. Oh, you took care of that. Where'd the god bitch go? Oh, whatever. Hey, you look like you could use a drink."
Anoran slowly lifts his head, looks up into you in your eyes, and just how are you with vibe checks? How is Theus with vibe checks?
What's a vibe check? Hey, how's this party doing up in here? We're going to check the vibe.
I mean, if you mean an insight check, they a master at reading people.
Chest is waxed, shirt unbuttoned. What's the vibe?
Doing the head bob like the Night the Roxbury guys?
Yeah.
Hey, let's get a vibe on. Let's go.
Ew,
roll me an insight.
That's a 24.
Damn, that's a high vibe.
High vibe.
You can tell that there's something not quite right with him, the way he's looking at you, and I've been holding this back because it's just a wonderful tie-in to the joke about my eye color last time. So I checked my sheet, and it's actually his eye colors are blue.
I thought you wanted gray eyes.
No, I said I wanted gray eyes.
I was waiting an entire week just to make that reference.
Oh no!
I know I said blue, but now I want gray eyes.
But now,
But mommy, I'm an anime character. I can change my eyes whenever I want.
Well, speaking of that, you look into Anoran's eyes, and you see they're blue, but you see all like stuff moving behind it, and I'm not talking about like light or energy, but literally you see something squirming behind his eyes, and he's
Ew.
looking at you.
Is it like the?
Yes.
A what?
Is it like a cartoon moment, like when you look into an eye and you see like Tom, but Jerry's on the inside and you see him through the eyeballs kind of scenario?
No, I mean literally, it seems like his veins are like something swimming underneath them, like like almost a worm underneath the skin is like rising and going down.
Ugh.
And also, he's looking at you like you're a well-cooked steak, Steve.
Oh,
And
hey,
he's
Norin, what's going on with your eyes, bro?
I am well.
I'm glad this whole Anoran is taken over by somebody, and he needs to keep it a secret is going over so great, guys.
I'm telling you, I have an idea of what I'm going with this, and it's mostly for hilariousness.
Okay, that's fine. I just think it's funny. It's it's totally a secret. I am doing fine. Anoran, I am.
I need to rest. And then
Sure
he
thing, buddy.
Story checks out. I think it's Anoran.
It looks like an Anoran. It misses getting bolt like an Anoran. It's Anoran.
So he kind of stalks out of the room and goes off. You're not sure where, and you're pretty sure by the time you see him again, nobody will be murdered.
All right, Silva. Before he leaves,
Like
Silva's
a
gonna.
really good feeling about that.
That's the feeling we get. Like, oh, okay, I won't get murdered tonight.
Are we playing Among Us now in D&D?
I am DM, and that's why I'm saying how you guys feel. You guys feel like everything's okay, and
You don't get to tell us how we feel.
He's the DM.
The death voice that he just gave us.
Yeah.
Before he leaves, Silva's gonna sprint after him. Anoran, I'm so sorry.
As you sprint after him and try to, apologize,
Yes.
you suddenly feel the pull of teleportation magic.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
What? Oh, yeah.
I thought we were getting a rest.
You did just get a rest. You guys were rest. You weren't in a murder scenario for the last 30 seconds. That's
30
totally
seconds.
That's an adequate amount of rest.
Did anybody else actually hit long rest on their character sheets?
No. Did you?
Damn it. I was hoping somebody did so we could say everybody got a long rest.
You guys, feel the pull of teleportation magic. You go through the teleportation woo-wee magic thing, however your minds comprehend it without breaking. And next thing you know, you are in the middle of a grassy field. It's bright, it's sunny, there's a couple clouds in the sky. It's a vast field, beautiful even, you would say. Rolling hills, mountains in the distance. Just almost like an idyllic countryside. You can't really see anything immediately except for grass and various features of the environment, but it's actually a very nice, pleasant temperature, high 60s, low 70s. The ideal of what we after we've been dealt with in the Midwest here. So so what do you guys do?
Silva still is trying to apologize, thinking that he's gonna come with. Anoran, I'm so sorry. I thought I really hurt. Wait. You didn't come with, guys.
No, he did not come with.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
I think Greg's just going to pass out.
You notice as you lay on the grass, it's actually, it's kind of comfortable and inviting, and you kind of really want to take a nap.
Okay, I'm going to lay down and attempt to do that.
Everybody else?
I'm going to use Commune with Nature.
All right, describe that spell for me, please.
Briefly become one with nature, gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. If outdoors, spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. It doesn't function where nature has been replaced by construction, such as dungeons and towns, but looks like we're outdoors. Instantly gain knowledge of to 3 facts of your choice, of any of the following subjects. So I'll just pick 3 and tell you.
Okay.
The influence from any other planes of existence.
You
Okay.
do you want me to go? Do you want to go list it down, or can I? Or we're going to go bit by bit. How do you
Up
want
to you. I can do either one.
All right. So, for the first one, influence from other planes of existence, you feel like it's it's very natural, but there is the undercurrent of some form of energy, extraplanar energy. It's kind of almost like magic, but it feels a bit more, shall we say, interwoven into the world, like almost like it's kind of holding on, like it's keeping something in place.
Like this is keeping. What's keeping it in place?
There's like an extraplanar energy that's kind of keeping all this other elemental and natural energy. It kind of feels like any old world, if you've ever felt nature before, but it also feels like there's something like keeping it there, like it's restrained.
Okay. I'm gonna pick buildings next. Buildings within 3 miles.
You can tell within 2 miles, about 2 miles exactly due north of you, there is remains of buildings. Can it like physically? Can you like get a physical description on them, or can you just tell that there's like buildings?
Not a physical description. I'm gonna assume more along the lines of, I feel like there's like a town.
Okay, there
over
is
this
a.
way.
You feel like there's a structure exactly 2 miles due north of you. And the last one?
I'm going to go with powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead detection in the area, or evidence of them in the area.
You definitely feel like there's some form of energy. It's from what you can tell, it's essentially celestial, but it doesn't feel like divinely celestial. It's definitely otherworldly, but I just I don't know if celestial would be the right word for it, but it's kind of got that vibe.
Oh well, nothing.
And it's not in any specific area. It's kind of it feels like you're kind of like on the edge of it, like you're getting wisps of it.
Okay, that's fine. So as Bartis, then he just kneels down and pretty much runs his hands through the grass and starts focusing very deeply, and I'll do that for a couple, and then I'll come back.
Silva, you kind of, I'm feeling you kind of like the area. It feels kind of like, oh, wow, this is
Yeah.
a big open field that is just like you can run around in it. Just, wow, this is nice.
I mean, she's a little too
She's not a child.
confused and saddened to like go
She's a
frolicking in the
gnome.
grass.
You're no,
but-
right?
Yes,
A forest
the
gnome.
forest gnome.
But still, this is nice. I hope it's nice.
I hope it's nice.
Like, is the grass talking to her, like telling her, "Isn't this nice?"
The grass is
Maybe.
actually tiny green tentacles.
Oh, I'm putting my hand on them.
Ah!
I laid my face on them.
No, the grass is not tiny green tentacles.
Oh, it's big for green tentacles.
God, it's back hair. Okay.
Ooh, that's somehow worse.
Feels
You go
furry.
from one horror to another. Like, this just isn't fair.
Well, it's not actually back hair, or is it?
Yeah, why don't you keep talking Silver Eyes?
But I'm not gonna like invade with tentacles.
Hmm.
All right. So, anybody else? Anything? Anybody want to look at anything, or
No, Theus is a bit good on the ale he had during the boss fight, so he's just watching.
I just think it's funny that Charlie jumped in and started matrixing everything.
Yeah.
I'm a natural being person. I with the spirit and whatnot, so I have like speak with animals and be sense and commune with nature. Although I just I realized since I haven't like done spells for a while, I have to cast them as rituals, so it takes 11 minutes to cast. So I'm fondling the little green tentacles for a while.
just grass
And slowly frolicking through the tentacles like the sound of music.
So I'm going to be, yeah. Thanks for the info, Dom. Until you tell me that 11 minutes has passed.
11 minutes have passed.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I inhale or I exhale and stand up and look around me. Wait, what is everyone doing? Is Greg really passed out in the grass? This again? I don't want to carry him again.
Leave him.
I just want long enough for a short rest. Can you keep communing with the tentacles for half an hour?
No, I'm done. There's a structure. Okay, I turn north and point about 2 miles that way, and this area feels very. Despite it looking natural, it feels very unnatural. I feel wisps of energy around us. I don't know if that's making this area or holding this area in place, or I'm not quite sure what to think of that.
Wait, you magicked?
Yeah, I communed.
Oh, okay. I guess that's nature magic.
I'm sorry, Charlie. Another thing that you noticed, with your communing with nature, usually can you usually feel like the nature spirits and all that?
I pretty much read it verbatim. It was just become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory.
Oh, okay, I'm going to give you something here. Another piece of information I feel would be relevant. Typically, when you use this power, you can also, feel the various spirits of nature. Minor, small. Pinpricks of light and all that stuff. Here, you can't. Just thought you should know.
Okay, well then, additionally, I have just thought of something. I don't feel the spirits of the wild here. I feel cut off. I can't hear them. I can't feel them.
Craig is just running his hands through the grass and going, so it's an illusionary magical amalgamation of nature that is here to trick us into believing it's all nature?
Wait, what?
Bardis blankly stares at you.
What?
You said you don't feel nature, and that would imply that this is not actually nature, but it feels like nature, so it's meant to trick our senses, so it's got to be some sort of magic.
But it looks nice.
Can I roll like an arcana to see if I can figure out what's going on in any way?
You can try.
I'm just going to click the little button here. Ooh, that's a 28 arcana.
You do your magic, finger waving and magic eye stuff. And you definitely feel like there's something holding everything together. Kind of like keeping kind of like it's blocks all pushed together, and this force is what's keeping it all from splaying apart.
You feel it too?
Yeah, there's definitely something holding it all together that's magical and means.
All right, and also both of you roll me a perception.
Yeehaw.
Oh, I like this dice. 18.
25.
Okay, his is
All right.
better.
Okay. Greg, you don't feel it, but Bartis, you also get this just inkling that you're kind of being watched. But you can't pinpoint exactly. It's as if like when you communed and tried to see the nature. This like the wisp of that celestial energy also felt like just the feeling that something just glanced at you quickly, and then just the feeling kind of went away.
All right, so I'm continuing conversation with Greg about then. Do you feel it after saying? Do you feel it too? I'm going to Bartis will dart his eyes around slightly and slowly turn around, scouring the horizon to see if he can see anything that might be watching them. And it's pretty obvious to everybody. He's scanning the horizon now.
And also, Dom, I have a passive perception at 22 if it's trying to stealth.
Okay. Bartish, you don't see anything. You just see, the wind kind of picks up and you see the grass swaying in the breeze. But other than that, you don't really see anything.
And then Simba jumps out and attacks.
Pounce.
Pounce.
I mean, with your perception, you can also see the vague, like incredibly vague outline of the structure that you felt in your nature magic, like 2 miles away, because you're kind of at a slightly elevated hill.
You trying to say that the Earth is round?
Yeah.
Are we on Earth?
No.
You trying to say this otherworldly magic entity is round?
After I scan around, I feel like something's no matter. There's the structure's that way. I point towards the north. I think we should head towards it.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So, you guys start making your way towards the structure. The wall, it's a mild hike. It's not hard, but, it's still wildlands, and it takes you a little while of walking to get to the structure. As you approach it, you realize it's not a complete structure. It kind of actually looked a bit run down and destroyed. You make your way towards the base of a hill, and at the base of the hill, you see half like reclaimed by nature, like stone steps. There's a step missing here, covered by grass and earth, but you can still make out that it was a fairly impressive and wide set of stone stairs leading up to the ruins of what looked like may have been a temple at one point. You're still the stone steps go up a way, so you can't make out everything about the building, but
How big is it, or how tall is it? The stairs are going up.
Yeah, I'd say they're going.
You're not gonna make a joke. Which way did the stairs go?
They go up.
Sorry.
The stairs are they extend about 50 feet forward. Forward and up at an angle.
Oh, okay. So it's rather tall structure then.
It was. I mean, you can still see it's like the structure is like ruins. A good portion. There's no roof on them anymore. You see the front wall of the building, that one's mostly gone, just like the hint of the main archway, which at one point would have held like massive, like 40-foot across doors, from what you can gather of what you can get of the structure. Like most of the wall on the left-hand side is fairly intact, except for near the top. But the wall on the right-hand side, that's kind of like gone the way of the dodo, and only like from like a third of the way down for where the doors would have been is still standing. Covered in grasses, the stones faded. Like the colors, whatever color you think it would have been, it's just been kind of, dirtied and, weather beaten and such like that.
I got you. So it is rather large. Okay. Can we see from like this down where like the first floor up to the second, or is this the stairs kind of blocking there?
The stairs lead up to that main entrance that I just described.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yep. And you can't see from the angle where you are at the base of the stairs. You can't see more, basically further more of the building. You have to make your way up to see more of it.
Stop and look. I stop at the base of the stairs and turn back to the group. We ready to go up?
My legs are little.
I mean, it's the only way to go.
Come on. Hold out my hand for the gnome.
So sleepy.
Wait, Bartis, we're okay? You kind of clocked me like a couple minutes ago. I guess not a couple. However long ago combat was. Are we good? You're not still mad at me?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't remember if we remember. Well, we remembered that we were under influence after it was over. Or remember
Yeah,
what we
you
did.
know you were suggested upon after it's over.
So,
Although Silva had a breakdown, so
Yes. And now she thinks Bartis is bad and she's trying to make amends with an Orin, but
It's a little late for that.
well,
so I guess there's some pity in there. So if you need help with the stairs, take the help I'm offering, because it's not going to stay. I'm not going to stay there.
wait, you had held your hand out?
Yes.
So she had a good berry she was going to give to an Orin, so she puts it in your hand.
Well, I was looking for. I was going to help you up the stairs.
Okay, Okay, let's go. I don't know how you're going to help her, but...
You said your legs are small. Jump on or climb on, whatever.
It's awkward now. Let's go.
Kinda, let's go.
must be a Dom session. Things just got awkward.
Yeah, I had no hand in that. You guys did that by yourself.
But awkward without tentacles.
Well,
We're there.
Well,
All right, I will go first up the stairs with Silva in tow.
Let's go.
All right, you guys make your way up the stairs. Bartis and Silva leading the pack. It's a fairly easy walk up the stairs. I mean, yes, it's stairs. It's nothing. Some places, you almost stumble on. Nobody hits their shin like a Norn. And you make your way up to what you assume was the main entrance to this temple, and it looks like it was a fairly large complex. Altogether, you can say that it's by size, this thing would have been 200 feet across. And as you make your way up to the entrance, there's no door there anymore. Whatever doors were there long since gone. You can see further into the building. The building inside has a row of about 6 columns on either side. Parallel to parallel to each other, and essentially, if you would walk into it, it'd be framing the main entrance door. And they're in various states of disrepair. Some are taller than others. Some are just basically just the base. And at the other end of basically the other, you can see into it, and at the other end of what remains of the structure, you see that the back wall has survived a bit more than the front wall. In the middle of it, you see what you assume would have made a large round window. The glass, everything from there is gone, but the frame of it looks like remains. The frame is essentially a rounded center with 8 spokes coming out of it to create what you don't know if it was like regular glass or stained glass that was in there, but it's essentially looks like it was made to let in a lot of light.
Okay.
Oh, did you join us, Greg? Oh, you're taking a nap.
I haven't gotten to take
Oh my god, did you guys just walk 2 miles and leave him behind?
That would
Yes.
be amazing.
Yes, you did.
I would just regain spell slots and fly
Oh,
in.
Greg, you're behind it. You're with us.
Where are we?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was just trying to fill the gap.
So guys, what do you do?
Begin looking around. Like, you just do investigation to find something. I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Perhaps the reason why you were called here.
Wait, who said that? I turn around very quickly. Who said that?
No, it's not a ghost of the DM or something like that. No, you're fine.
No, it's just a tentacle talking to you. Oh, now it's just
Yeah, that was definitely a tentacle.
All right, so you don't have to roll anything for it. So basically, the building is about 200 feet across, 400 feet long. Most of the two side walls are mostly gone as well. It's the rear wall that's the most intact as far as relative to everything else.
Good, the rear's still intact.
There's no roof on it anymore. From what you guess, it probably was a temple of some sort. Can't really see anything else besides it. I mean, the floor is stone and partially reclaimed by earth and grass. But there is what looks like a dais at the very end of the temple, right beneath the round window. Hint.
Like a podium or a
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of. You have to go in and check it out and see closer.
I mean, okay. I guess I'll go up and take a look.
Does anyone follow him?
No, I'm going to look around. Like, I'm not going to specifically head out to the dais. I'm just going to look around the actual, ruins themselves. Kick over a couple stones.
All right, Greg, you make your way inside the temple. You're kind of filled with a slight awe of how and wonder of how it might have looked when it was intact and complete and in its splendor. You make your way up to the dais. Upon it, you see a old looking book.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do I guess, is it open already?
It is not.
I feel like looking at a book on a dais. Like, you just see Greg oh, this feels like it has trap written all over it. My
Puck here, he could have mage hand.
do I have Mage Hand? I don't think I have Mage Hand. I've create Bonfire. Seems tempting. Could just dispel magic just in case there's anything here. Anoran, are you good at looking at magical traps? Not Anoran, Theus.
Who?
I looked up at the list of names. I grabbed the wrong one. Greg and Eric are both sleepy.
Go to sleep, yeah.
Anoran behind Craig. What do you need?
Theus, are you good at detecting magical traps?
No, I don't have much in the way of knowledge about magic.
Can I arcana this situation and see if I see anything out of sorts? Dom.
I said you may. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You said nothing, good sir.
You didn't say anything. That is a 22.
It looks like a book.
Okay. I will open the book
do
reluctantly.
you want an arrow to open it with?
I got my staff.
Oh, that's okay. That's longer than.
Alright. As you approach the book, you grasp its cover.
No, I said I was opening it with the stick. I'm not grasping anything.
Oh, God. Okay.
No grasping.
Okay, you try to lift the cover with a stick, and the cover comes off the book and falls to the floor.
Oh, okay.
You broke it.
It kind
That's a
of
shame.
it kind of partially cracks when it hits the floor. Like, this thing's old as crap. Like, it's essentially dust being held together by well wishers.
Wow. Okay. I read the first page that now is apparently exposed.
There's nothing really on that page. You don't know if anything ever really was on that page. You can't really find any traces of ink or anything.
Okay.
It faded as all hell.
Then I guess I carefully try to open the book to a page that has words on it.
So you pull out a page. Literally, you just pull it out of the book because it's just like nothing's keeping the scrap together. You don't see anything on the first couple of pages, but towards the center of the book, you get. Do you know Draconic?
Not right now.
No,
You
no.
get.
I can. Hold on. I was yawning.
Are
So
you
it
able
was
to identify that it is?
well, I can identify that.
Would you know
if I don't know how to
what-
read it, I can.
Would you know what to know?
Oh wait, this
to read
is tongues. This is to. Okay, hold on. Do I not have the spell? Oh, here we go. Nope, that's anything you hear. Oh, you also understand any written language that you see. All right, I'm going to take 10 minutes and cast Comprehend Languages as a ritual.
Okay. You guys see, Greg, take 10 minutes to cast.
Well, I tell him, I go, give me a minute. I want to read this book, but it's going to take me a bit to understand it.
Give you 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
All right, the 10 minutes pass. As the 10 minutes pass, Bardis, you keep, skulking around, looking around this temple. Outside of the structure itself, you just know it's a ruin of a building. It's been here. It's obviously been here for a very long time. Nothing really, doesn't seem like there's any other, there's no entrance to a basement. There's no stairs that go up to anywhere. It's just the skeleton of a once great temple, from what you can gather.
Mm-hmm. All right. I will. That being fruitless, then we'll move over towards Greg and the dais and see what's going on.
All right.
Meanwhile, he's just going, omelette du fromage, omelette du fromage.
Stop it, you make me hungry.
All you can say. That's all you can say.
For 10 minutes, it will be.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Mercifully, Bartis, you come into the situation as Greg is finishing the ritual. Greg, you finish the ritual, and the symbols, they become legible to you. Unfortunately, they're like fragments of letters. You think you see a Q here, an A here, a K there, maybe a 7. You're not sure. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to, and every time you try to adjust the page kind of crumbles in your hands. So yeah, nothing really stands out to you. Like, it's just so
Was
old.
this just? Didn't he just nod at this dais in this book, and now it's you can't read
Yeah,
it.
pretty much. It's falling apart.
Okay, but people make me a perception check. Anybody within the temple grounds, actually inside the building, can you? Well, what's left of the building? Is it still a building if it doesn't have a roof?
No.
Yes.
It's a ruin.
Inside the perimeter of the ruins, make me a perception.
22.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
I have no idea where Theus is.
I was gonna say, so does that mean everyone, since we all kind of huddled in a pack?
Well, if you're all just like waiting for Greg to read the book, yeah.
Sure, why not? Perception?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's gonna be crap. Theus, that's a 13.
19.
Okay. Bartis, you got a 22, right?
Yush.
Okay, so you suddenly get that feeling you had before of something watching you. You're not sure if it's the same thing, but you just feel like eyes are on you. And for whatever reason, your eyes are drawn to the window. I'm assuming you
Say windpipe.
window.
Oh, I heard wind.
I'm gonna assume you look up at the window to.
Yes, my eyes move towards the window.
All right. In the window, and specifically this center wheel that all the spokes for the window originate from, you see what looks like a child. The child is small. You would guess around 6, maybe 7. Wearing a kind of rough green tunic, barefoot except for foot wraps, and a large like furry vest. She has, it's kind of androgynous, but you think it's a girl. She has a shock of black hair, and they're very prominent, so you can tell even at the distance, because she's essentially like 30 feet up, but you can tell she's got very, very bright golden eyes.
Always about the eyes.
The window to the soul.
I look up. Silver, are you still on my back?
No, I would have hopped down.
Okay.
Thanks for the ride. Here's another good baby.
Thanks.
It's a dog to you now.
No.
I was drooling a little.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I will. Yeah, I'll look up and see that. Look down at everybody else. Look back up. Is the child still there?
Yes, she's kind of she's kind of like turning her head back and forth, trying to it almost seems like she's trying to comprehend you guys.
As long as it doesn't move in a 360 degree, we're good.
What is? Everyone, look. What's that? And point up.
That's
Right,
called
so
a child.
Yes, now everyone sees the child. She continues looking at you curiously, turning her head this way and that, taking a good look at all of you. And then she just kind of lets go of the frame of the window and falls backwards.
How far away from us is she?
She's falling on the other side of the wall, so she's not falling inside the building. She's falling to the back of the building.
Is there a way to get around said wall, or is that just still that's the solid wall portion?
Yeah, that's the solid wall portion. So as you turn around to see if what's the fastest way around, you notice that she's standing in the entrance from where you guys came in. And you absolutely know there's no physical way she could have done that quickly. Because basically, you saw her fall, you're like, and then you were like turning around to see what's the fastest way to do it, and then she's just like there, like 400 feet away.
Huh? That way? Huh? Wait. Window, door. Window, door. Window, door. Oh no! What are you?
Hi.
Say that's it.
Silver waves. And I can say hi in common and gnomish.
You say hi in common, and you wave at her. She looks at you curiously. She looks at her hand, then looks up at you. Looks up at you. Lifts her hand and kind of like awkwardly waves, like she's never. It's like something she's never done before.
That only makes Silva more excited that she waved back. So she waves faster. Hi.
She doesn't speak, but she keeps like waving, and then she stops because she's not like she's. The look on her face is like she's still trying to comprehend all this, take it all in.
That's okay. So are we. Whoa!
Let's see. So
She's a dog now.
Did she just bark at us?
She did not.
Silva was kind of loosely behind Greg, and you said she's at the entrance of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
So probably a few hundred feet away by now.
Essentially
200 feet.
more or less.
Maybe.
200 feet. 400. Silva will start kind of cautiously walking up and holding out a good berry.
The child, looks at you approaching her. She slowly saunters off to the side and disappears behind the wall.
So Hunter's marked her.
Right?
Everybody roll me perception checks again.
Does that include me?
I'm still busy.
You can.
16.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
23.
I'm looking
Okay.
for it.
17.
Was that everybody?
I think so.
17.
Okay.
Sorry,
Alright,
I had
so-
you math.
I know. It's a terrible thing. Okay. Was it Silva and Theus? You guys noticed that she's suddenly on top of the tallest still standing column. Kind of just and on top of it, as in not standing on top of the flat ruined top of it, she's actually just standing completely horizontal on top of it. Like she's sticking out like a flag, and it's like like it's nothing. She's standing there with her, hands behind her back, and just keeps looking at you guys curiously.
So wait, she's technically in the building now?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not charismatic. I just kind of stare at her.
Okay.
Silva will point up to show everybody else, and then I will. That's a good idea. I will hunter's marker, so it's easier to find her.
That probably sends the wrong impression.
Well, it's not like. What is it? Does it put a big arrow on her head? No, it's not.
I think she can feel it.
I know what she
I don't
feels.
know.
She got the Sims marker on top of her now.
So you do hunter's marker.
Yeah, is it gonna hurt her? It doesn't say.
It
what
doesn't
says.
hurt her, but I think she's
Is it
gonna know that you're
threaten her?
I would think
Like
that
make
might.
her feel
Mark.
threatened?
I would be if I was Hunter's.
All right. So before anything else, you do your hunter's mark on her. You blink, and then suddenly she is right in front of you.
Oh,
Well, I guess she didn't need the Hunter's mark. She's easy to find.
As Silva, because essentially you guys are essentially the same height. She looks directly into your eyes, and you notice that her eyes,
color are they?
big and golden,
Right.
but they're also slit. The irises are slit, kind of like a cat's,
Oh.
or perhaps a lizard's.
Silva would probably get that, but not understand what that means.
Mm.
But she looks human or humanoid.
She essentially looks like a regular human girl, pale skinned, shock of black hair, big golden eyes that are slit like a cat or like a lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like almost a wild child with her, two. So she chew, swallow, and then nods, and she skips away, like towards the entrance, and I feel rumbling, not unlike an earthquake.
Rumble. What is happening?
Hey, go back.
More problems.
The rumbling starts slow, but it gets more and more intense. And then you guys just feel like something just rips out of the ground in front of the temple. Though it's, temple's actually kind of staying intact as far as you guys see. None of the columns really are falling apart like they should be. And you see an absolutely massive, what seems like a tree root, crest. You see it like rise and crest over the ruined walls of the front entrance, and then you see the little girl on top of it, and she stares kind of blankly at you guys, and then she raises one hand, fist forward, the other hand, fist forward, and then she kind of flips you all the birds.
Is she doing the Power Rangers move?
No, she flips out her middle
She
finger.
better be doing the Power Rangers move.
Boy, that's not very nice.
I've got a lot of experience with watching those episodes, and I don't remember her like the double bird flip, like as one of their.
You didn't watch the uncensored Power Rangers.
Yeah,
You haven't watched every season, every episode with the child.
None of you have watched it with Baby Yoda.
The child.
The child. Well, she starts, and then she starts vigorously shaking the birds at you guys. And then she, from it looks like the end of the root rises up, and it's fairly big, and you're not exactly sure of her intentions, but it looks like it's like rearing up to crush all of you guys.
I don't like that.
Was my berry that bad?
We should move out of the way of that.
Yeah, run away. Run horizontally, not vertically, so we can dodge it.
All right, as you guys, are running horizontally like smart people, the root starts to descend. You can just feel the absolute size and weight of it as it's, approaches on its descent. But then a flash from anybody who can see it is going to be very anime. You see a flash, a sparkle, off into the sky, and the root is struck by a very familiar looking spear. It's kind of looks like the spear that Larigos used.
I don't know if I ever saw that spear.
I mean, I think you may have seen it as he was fighting off tentacles
Maybe.
yeah, and it strikes right at the head of the root and stops it dead in its tracks. And the little girl tumbles, and then falls off the root and it's a significant height. Like she's about 200 feet, almost essentially 200 feet in the air, and then she falls, tumbles in the air, and then about 50 feet up, she rights herself and then lands on her feet. And she's got the hairy lip, the one where 5-year-olds, like, they know they don't want to do something and they got their lips slightly raised and teeth bared.
Nope, don't have kids.
Okay, everybody with kids, but it looks like she's
Snarling.
in trouble and she doesn't want to deal with it.
Is this like Larigos and Cara's kid, and they just locked her in an interdimensional dimension?
Sounds about right.
Okay. That was me metagaming a little bit from the outside.
slightly, but you kind of hit it on the head. So
You didn't have to tell me that.
You guys suddenly I never mentioned the sun, but there is a sun in the sky. I apologize.
Like they have another kid that is the sun that's in the sky, or like
there's
S-U-N
a celestial.
This sounds like some Greek god bullshit.
There is a celestial body in the sky that is emitting heat and light.
So,
and then
what's the name of that Greek goddess? The one that's really hot or whatever.
Aphrodite?
There you go. It's Aphrodite.
I think she's the sun.
Oh my god! All right,
keep going.
You
I'm sorry.
see a large shadow pass over the sun, like as if it's almost like a cloud blots it out for a second, and then you hear the beat of wings, and it comes closer, and the sound comes closer and closer, and then you just
hear the music from Final Fantasy VI of Kefka descending from the heavens.
No, not that.
Oh.
It's more like you just see a massive black dragon pass overhead, and he comes by fairly quickly and disappears out of your sight. But you don't really need a perception check for anything. But you guys suddenly see a 7-foot tall cloaked figure standing in the middle of your group.
Wait, what?
And the figure speaks. It's like, "Forgive my daughter. She is slightly temperamental at this age."
You have a daughter?
You guys see, golden eyes. It's a ragged figure. He's wearing a cloak that's kind of tattered. You can't. It kind of covers his whole body. The only thing that's really exposed is his face and his arms. And what you can see of his skin, it is incredibly pale, like almost white, covered in scratches and scars. His hair is shaggy and ragged as well. He's got a very long beard with like flecks and streaks of different type of black and gray. It's mostly black, but it's still got the streaks of gray. The hair on his head, oddly enough, is still just completely like almost pitch black. And you see the familiar golden eyes of Larigos.
Would we call them familiar? I mean, we didn't see him that often.
You saw him once, and they kind of left an impression.
I kind of forgot about him.
Well, that's mean.
I don't think I necessarily ever met him, so I'm out.
Hey, guy, you old so-and-so. How you doing, person?
I think you talked to Lokar more than anybody else.
It really has been that long, hasn't it?
What? No. Yes.
He makes his way. He makes his way over to his daughter, and they don't speak or anything, but it's kind of feels like there's a conversation going on there. And she kind of pulls her eyelid down, and then sticks out her tongue and like scampers off.
Oh my god, so anime.
Incredibly anime. And then Laragos, he's got his back turned to you, and he's like watches her go. And as soon as she, makes her way
Downtown.
beyond the entrance of the temple and disappears, he turns to you, and then he lifts his arm up. The spear removes itself from the root, and the root kind of, slowly makes its way back into the ground. And he grabs the spear, holds it up, and against the ground, turns to you guys, is like, and he nods at you, is like, I'm the one who called you here for a sense of closure, and also to give you what you need to redo the ritual.
You the one who's been watching us this whole time?
That was my daughter. And
She's a bit of a hunter.
it wasn't, and it was also Cara.
Is Cara still alive?
In a manner of speaking, Cara is the land that you stand on, the air that you breathe, the sky that you look upon. Cara
Interesting.
is this world.
So it was back here.
Oh my gosh.
So, wait, what was that? Because in my headphones it kind of cut off.
You're saying the grass was not.
You said the grass was back hair, so you're right. It's Cara's back hair.
Someone mow that stuff. Jesus.
Argos is like, I like them all natural.
Ew.
No, he doesn't actually say that. Was it? He thrusts his hand forward in front of you guys, and he does, a slight turn of it, and then an amulet appears in there, floating in front of them. This was Kara's artifact for the ritual. He floats it over to Silva. You can choose to grab it or leave it floating in front of you, but it's going to get really awkward really fast if you just leave that thing just floating. It's
I grab it. I've been kind of responsible for grabbing the magical thing.
Silva will ask, so how is this Cara?
Give him a good berry.
At the end of it, when the creature was finally obliterated, there were still pieces of the world left. Cara was weak. So weak from everything that had happened to her. But she still had enough energy to create a small little sanctuary for the two of us. In the last days, when she finally gave out from her ordeals, her spirit, her energy, her magic, essentially became the glue that held this world together. And from this earth was born our daughter.
That
Her
was
name
going to
is
be my
Kana.
next question. Kana? Sorry.
Yes. As she was dying, she was with child, and she wanted to give that child a chance to live and run free. And we've been here ever since.
It's nice.
It's a quiet place.
It
Though-
seems quiet.
Though Kana does get bored easily, and running after a 7-year-old has its own adventures. You see him smile and laugh to himself slightly. Let's see. Kana pokes her head out from behind a column. You don't know if she scampered back or she's just using her weird teleportation powers. And she once again sticks her tongue out at you guys and then disappears behind the column.
Uh-huh.
I have one last thing to grant you. He holds out his spear and says, "It is far beyond the time where I give up this. And this was Cara's staff. I've used it as a warrior for far too long. I wish to rest now. I wish to put it down. I will grant it to you." And he hands it to Bardis.
Oh.
Here's a
hold on.
stick.
Yeah, I was watching her. Thanks. What's this for?
You still have many battles ahead of you. May it serve you well.
I will use it well, looking over at the group. What do I do with this thing?
Just take it. We'll figure it out.
Bigger than me. I don't know.
Thank you.
No, I must thank all of you. We couldn't have beaten that creature without you. We couldn't have found, finally, this peace after so many thousands of years. You gave us the chance to create other than a life of suffering and toil and constant battle.
You're welcome.
We're sorry for your loss. But this place is beautiful. And Kana's, well,
Peek up.
I'll stick my tongue out at her too.
Cara is 7. I've learned that many, many times. I will send you back now. I just wanted to give you these last gifts. Wish you well and good luck on your journey. Whatever you have left to do, whatever you can to save Flux, I know you are capable of doing it. Goodbye, my friends. And then you suddenly feel the pull of teleportation magic, and you are returned back to the chamber of Flux.
And do we get a long rest?
You can after this. Just whoever's holding the amulet, yes, it is an amulet for the ritual, but it's also an amulet of health. So if you're wearing it, your constitution automatically shoots up to 19.
Damn. I mean, that gives me 3 more. That's not ridiculously high, but that's pretty good.
That 3 more per level.
Well, that would
He's
no.
at
I'm already at a 16
16,
constitution.
All right. And Charlie, I mean, you guys I'm gonna give you a long rest so you can, truly examine these items. But Charlie, you have a staff of the Magi. If you look that up, that is a legendary item that has. It also serves as a +3 magic spear. And Staff of the Magi has, it's got magic charges, it's got spell absorption, but that's something that, Greg and whoever else is magically inclined have to, tell you later on. But yeah.
This thing has magic. This thing magics. I just know how the pointy end works.
That amulet gives me 15 health by itself.
Greg needs it.
Yeah.
Well, Eric
Probably.
needs it.
All right, I'm taking a long rest.
Never mind. Wait, Staff of the Magi?
Yes.
Oh, it says it's requires attunement by a sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. Damn.
Yes. Unfortunately, but it's still a +3 magic spear. Well, technically, the actual Staff of the Magi is a +2 quarterstaff, but I'm making it a +3 magic spear because it's got a large pointing end at the end.
Yes. Anyways, okay. I have a stick. I have a spear.
You said Staff of the Magi? That's a legendary.
What is it? That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Conjure
Nice.
elemental, dispel magic. This is better than my staff.
Mm-hmm.
You let Bardis take it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, I mean, I'm letting people. They're let's see. Who you guys can comprehend it. And take a look at it. All you know right now, Bardis, is that it's a very nice pointy stick.
That's good enough for me. It's a nice pointy stick. I don't know its magic. I don't know the rest of the stuff on it. I'm just going to use it to poke things.
The staff has 50 charges. Mine has 20.
Not to make some
All right,
deal with
anybody-
Bardis.
Is anybody else here, Greg, salivating or what?
I'm gonna identify and go, oh yeah, Bardis, you don't want the stick. You'd much rather have this amulet.
Don't listen to him, Bardis.
It's okay. I already have an amulet.
Oh yeah, damn. Why did Dom give you the amazing wizard staff? That's not fair.
We don't know it's the amazing wizard staffs.
I didn't. Well, he was the closest to him in height, so.
You went by Braun, yeah.
Let alone he doesn't use weapons. He cuddles everything.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I'm gonna go run and grab my mace that was on the floor. That I never picked up.
Okay, so you guys take your long rests. No levels this time. Just nothing. I mean, I could be complete and utter bullcrap and just say that something and completely break D&D 5e and say, oh hey, by the way, Bardis, it also gives you a level in like sorcerer, so
I mean, you could.
I mean, is Bardis charismatic? He could probably pull bullshit some spells.
Okay, out of the 3 mental stats, which one's your highest?
Wisdom at 10.
Wow. Wow.
Fair enough.
I didn't mean to laugh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what you did.
I could. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it has infinite charges when I go stabby with it.
Yes, it does.
It's hilarious. It's versatile too. Oh my god, this thing is like, it's got all the stats.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, okay, yeah, but I still gonna run and grab my mace because I completely forgot that I left it at the floor on the floor at the ritual chamber. So I have the run.
Norin took my lightsaber. Dom didn't give me the cool staff. I see how it is.
Well, to be fair, the lightsaber was there for him for the taking, and he turned it on, and immediately it was love at first sight. So, can you blame
I can when I identify that staff and steal it from Bartis.
You could it's a revolutionary technique. I'm gonna give you the secret of it. You could ask.
I could. We'll figure that out. I don't know if we're actually dealing with that now, or if we're trying to finish the episodes.
No, I think this is a good place. This is a good place to cut. It's just I just really wanted to close up and get some finish up and all that stuff. Have some fun with you guys with expectations and just more of a chill role play.
Yeah, expectations. Tentacle comes out of the ground. Oh, that's right. We have to cut that part because Craig decided to drop us.
We did have a tentacle come out of the ground, give us that real brief, here we go again. That what's the Grand Theft Auto? What is it? The San Andreas GIF. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Oh shit! Here we go again. But
all right. So infinityzengaming.com. Follow the Discord, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the Twitters. Did I miss anything?
Follow the podcast.
Yeah, follow the podcast. That'd be nice. You can leave a comment. A comment would be nice. Yeah, Discord's where we hang out the most. But yeah, if you're into our Instagram's pretty active with things. I know Sarah posts a lot of stuff from the shop and stuff like that. So pretty fun.
All right, before we go, can everybody just roll me a will save?
I just closed my sheet.
We're out.
Bye.
I rolled an infinite.
Oh, God.
Will
I drank enough that I just threw dice away from the book.
30.
I don't know what a will save is.
Wisdom save.
Oh.
Wisdom.
14.
Okay.
Oh, I got a nat 1 for an 11.
Okay.
That would be a 23.
Okay.
4.
Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing it was Theus and Kizaflux that rolled above 15?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody who did not roll a 15, you guys look at all your fellow adventurers, compatriots, bosom friends that have, been with you thick and thin, you see their heads explode with tentacles.
Oh, great. Just like in a dream? Or just...
And then you guys blink, and everything is okay, but at the entranceway, you see a Norin. He's, you don't know what the hell he's doing, but he's kind of like baring his teeth at you, kind of like he's got like his lips pulled back, like he might be trying to smile, you think?
Hey, buddy!
He waves. Still doing still showing his teeth, and then he just kind of backs away slowly.
Do we not know that he cast the spell?
He didn't cast a spell.
Okay.
He just walks.
I think we should be able to tell the source.
He just walks back slowly and disappears from view. And you know what? That's an excellent way to end the night.
Ugh. All the socials.
Japanese horror right at the end.
Now that I have nightmares, yeah.
10 more, and of course, he did bring more tentacles into it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it. Then you guys wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah.
You happy?
We were trying to close the episode.
All my allies were Earthworm Jim for a couple seconds. I like it.
No, it was more than one Earthworm Jim. It was like 5
each.
All right. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.